check, 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 check. Huh. I'm just, sharing this stream. If you were inclined to share the stream, feel free. Don't let me stop you. We're in here. Whoa! I mean, we're in here. We're meaning here. There we go. Once again, I'm gonna do the same thing. Ooh, all right. We're gonna finish up this stuff in Sumeru. Well, alright. So we're in not a time loop, but it's a bit of a Groundhog Day type situation. Almost like a time loop, but apparently not really. If you have any questions, let me know. Basically, the powers that be have installed these things into us that are supposed to give us all the knowledge available. However, we've discovered that they're using it to delete our memories and have us repeat the same day. It's not a time loop, but they're making us think that yesterday never happened, and so we are anticipating this festival. So everyone thinks that the festival is tomorrow every time they wake up. And we're trying to get to the bottom of it.
You're back. You left in a hurry last time. Is everything okay?
They're also considering that this is all a dream, it turns out. And we suspect that it's this guy's dream. So we're trying to make him realize it's a dream so that he can bend the dream to his will to break us out of this cycle. Because a friend of ours, every time the cycle repeats, gets more and more sick. Cool? Cool.
Everything's fine. Just, it's a little hard to explain.
Then you can say that again.
Would you mind taking part in a little experiment with us?
An experiment? That came out of nowhere. I'm listening, though. What do you need me to do?
Put on auto.
Make a wish?
Imagine your wish coming true before your very eyes.
You want me to make a wish? Is that a new Sub-Zero's festival tradition or something?
Less questions, more wishing!
Paimon is great.
Okay. My wish. Okay. I'm a little nervous saying this out loud, but I want Miss Dunyarzad to be happy.
Aww.
Oh.
I noticed earlier that she looked a bit down, and she wasn't really talking to anyone. She just doesn't seem like herself. She's always so gentle and kind, and all the kids love her.
Dang, and she already died, so it's like that's the one wish that might not work.
I've also wondered if the reason she asked me to be fairest Knight of Flowers is because I'm special to her, or something.
Oh, this is a very sweet story.
So, you have a crush on Dunyarzad?
Oh, is it that obvious? After what I just said, I guess it is.
Busted.
When she placed the hat of the Knight of Flowers onto my head, she said to me, I want everyone to have a happy Sub-Zero's festival. What she didn't realize was that I'm not that interested in how everyone else feels. In that moment, I just wanted to be her Knight of Flowers for the rest of my life.
God.
50 years, 100 years, I'll serve her till the end of time.
Bro, she's dead! I mean... Well, she's dead.
Okay, yeah, that was a bit much. Felt like the right moment to get it off my chest, but that was pretty embarrassing.
This guy's
Okay,
alright.
I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with
Oh.
a smile on her face. Here goes.
Is this how we discover that he's not the one dreaming?
True.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my eyes. Oh, you're...
Not doing yours up.
What?
Fucky? Sorry, but only one portion of Yelda candies per person. Back home you go.
Bummer.
Nice try, you two. Anyway, never mind. I don't need to see her appear right in front of me. As long as she's happy.
Guess he isn't the host of this dream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be
So
this
yeah.
easy.
We're finding the host of the dream. Since we're all stuck in this dream.
It seems like everyone who knows Dunyarzad loves her. But none of them has any idea that she... I'll
also say...
My lady, step back.
Oh, okay.
That sounds like Tia! Oh, right. This is when Dunyarzad bumps into the kidnappers.
Okay, so this is also... There's one more thing to note. In Sumeru, the ruling class is a class of scholars called the Academia, and they are the ones who are responsible for this whole thing. They seem to be a malicious group. Oh, are we gonna fight these guys now?
Tia can handle them. Hey, Traveler!
Yeah, we're gonna mess them up for making... What's your name run? Oh, wait, what? Let's go.
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take...
Leave
Hey,
these guys
this
to
is
me.
my job. The homie Yanni's pay me, not you.
Leave.
Fine, alright. Knock yourself out. Why are you so worked up anyway? It's not like I don't trust your fighting skills.
She doesn't understand.
Anyway, watch yourself.
So you got yourself some backup. Suit yourself. You're going down.
Bunch of amateurs, yo.
The wind knows me.
Go, Barbara! Let the show begin. Speed of light.
Tricks up your sleeve.
So weird with a keyboard and mouse.
Don't blink. Hey. Nowhere to hide.
You want this?
There's more, huh?
Where do you think
One with nature. Clouds high. The birds call.
Is this you? Where were you before that?
I'll protect us.
The wind knows me.
I got dendroed.
Incoming. Cut to the chase. Don't blink. Traveler, were you just taking your anger out on those guys?
Pretty much.
You and Nikita both. Dunyarzad wouldn't want to see you two like this. Oh, and speaking of her, Paimon just remembered something. Remember how during the first Sub-Zero's festival, before the Samsara started, we came here with Dunyarzad because she wanted to pick something up? She said it was because she had forgotten something.
I had forgotten all about that,
Paimon's
for real.
memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying somewhere around here. She pointed it out to us the night before the Sub-Zero's yeah.
Let's
Even
give it
if
some
it's
clues,
only a
baby.
tiny clue, it'll probably still help us more than this needle in a haystack search.
I wonder if I could kick my stream up to
This is the
60
place.
frames a second. I probably
It's
could.
rude to enter other people's spaces without permission, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Hey, the windows are unlocked. Okay, Paimon's gonna take a peek inside. This was only a temporary residence, so there was pretty much nothing inside except this book on the table. Should we open it?
Uh-oh. The answer is yes. Okay, we're gonna read through this thing. Whew. Let's do it. After almost 6 days, I was finally able to get these notes written before the Sub-Zero Festival. Once the festival ends, you and Paimon will probably continue your journey immediately. So I was hoping that I'd be able to give you this to you before that. Aww. This thing's gonna make me cry, and if it does, I swear, Hoyo verse, you're going down. This is a compilation of folk legends concerning Lesser Lord Kusanali, created from a series of interviews that I conducted in succession and wrote down. I interviewed so many people, but I'm afraid that there are very few who know much about her. Still, I hope this will be of use to you in your search for her. Oh, this will, actually. Gandharvaville's water supply was once contaminated, forcing everyone to go very far out to get water. But one day, people suddenly found that the water was drinkable again. And some said that a green light was seen near the water's source the previous night. Everyone believed that this was the divine power of Lesser Lord Kusanali at work. This sounds quite possible. The decontamination of water sources via natural means probably takes ages. Did Lesser Lord Kusanali appear in Gandharvaville then? After Mama passed away, I was super afraid of the dark and couldn't sleep. But from one day on, I would hear a voice that would chat with me till I fell asleep. A nice lady told me that Lesser Lord Kusanali must have been watching over me. Poor child. I hope that the Sub-Zero's festival makes him a little happier. This is quite similar to something I experienced back then, as well. She is indeed a gentle god. There was this one time when I had a wee bit too much to drink and couldn't find my way home to save my life. Then, when I turned a corner, I could have sworn I saw Lesser Lord Kusanali. She was very tall and had the most muscular arms, and she caught me when I slipped and fell. The next morning, I found myself sleeping under a tree. I reckon it must have been her looking out for me. Not so sure this one has that much value as a reference. That was probably just a tree, right? These folk records appended with Dunyarzad's references and opinions leave every page densely packed. So I guess there's more.
Wow. Dunyarzad wrote all of this. Sounds like she was always thinking of us even while we were away.
Dang, this Dunyarzad girl.
Even though she was also busy preparing for the Sub-Zero's festival and had all her health problems to worry about. She must have wanted to give this to us as a gift on the day of the Sub-Zero's festival, right?
Oh my goodness
If we hadn't
gracious.
found this book, we never would have known. But now that we know, we can't even thank her. Hey! Where are you off to now?
We're losing focus. We're just like getting angry and upset. Which is understandable, you suppose, right? Talk to Dunyarzad, the puppet. So this is like a puppet Dunyarzad. The real Dunyarzad existed in a way where no one else could see her because of this dream loop, and we couldn't save her in time, and she died. So that's where we're at so far with the story of Dunyarzad. That's why it's so melancholy when we talk about her. But her like puppet version is still, still exists. Is still alive, but this isn't really her. And each successive cycle, she gets more and more inert and down and depressed and slow, and because it lacks her soul. I'll feel better if I say this out loud. Oh.
Traveler? You must be exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Dunyarzad feels like an eternity ago. Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled when she talked about Nilou's Dance of Sub-Zeros.
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets.
Huh? She hasn't been speaking like that for a while. She's been like, I'm fine, it's okay, let's just go. Wiggity what?
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
Hang on a minute. Dunyarzad?
Yes, Traveler. What is it?
No, it's her dead puppet version.
Oh, so she's still just a puppet.
But we both heard
Just
it.
now, how come...
Ooh, smiley face. Not leave behind any regrets. Let's go.
Where are we going this time?
We're gonna make sure that that dance happens, I think. To watch the dance of Sub-Zeros. Because the sages were shutting down the dance. And so that was like one of the major regrets, is that she never got to see the dance of Sub-Zeros because the sages, or the ruling class of Sumeru City, shut that shit down because they were like, we don't worship Lesser Lord Kusanali around here, girl. We're gonna step up. We're gonna step up to them. Let's go.
If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every single event organizer. The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise that you exercise tact.
How did things turn out like this?
We're about to lay the smackdown.
Traveler? You don't have to get involved. He's a sage from the academia. I don't want to drag you into this.
Traveler.
Bring it on.
Traveler? What the heck are you doing? If you get arrested by the academia, that's another day gone to waste.
Oh, you think we're gonna get arrested by these fools? Yeah. Correct response so far. Follow it up. Paimon's like, hello.
They're not reacting. Have they been scared stiff?
They're puppets!
Oh, of course. If this is the sage's plan, they wouldn't put themselves through this.
Let's go. They're cowards, man.
So they're just substitutes.
They are cowards. They don't want to confront the people.
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage?
They're gone. Hold on. What's up with those flowers?
Like I said, they symbolize the goddess of
Padasaras.
flowers. It's just a shame that all the real Padasaras went extinct after her death.
Yes. The Greater Lord brought forth new Padisaras in memory of the goddess of flowers. But she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful shade of purple.
That beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these flowers real Padisaras? Just like the ones from the legend? I didn't even notice. Tanyarzad, did you find these?
But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the goddess of flowers passed away? So, how?
Yeah. What's going on here?
Nilu's the one who's dreaming. Hang on. I'm still sharing stream. Sharing streams. Close your eyes, Nilu. Imagine the Grand Sage and his entourage are not here in front of
You guys
you.
are acting weird. But okay, I'll try.
To be fair, so at this point we've kind of drifted out of the cyberpunk realm a little bit, but it is all because of the Akasha terminal.
Hey!
Yeah, it worked, Nilu. We know what we're talking about over here. Bye-bye.
They disappeared! So Nilu's the host. What a surprise!
And plus, like, the host, you know,
Purple Padisaras
kinda
don't
like a
exist in the real world anymore.
cyberpunk joint.
But in Nilu's subconscious, they can appear as decorations on the stage.
Oh snap, Paimon.
It's just like the example Nahida told us. People assume there will be food on a plate, and Nilu assumed there would be real Padisaras in the flower pots. So when you saw the flowers, you instantly knew it was Nilu?
Correct.
If we want to end the samsara, we need the host to become aware that they're dreaming. How should we make Nilu realize that?
Am I dreaming?
I mean, tell her first. She might believe us. How'd you come to that conclusion? Because she heard us.
So I'm right. Is this Lesser Lord Kusanali responding to our celebration of the Sabzeruz festival?
I'm afraid not.
Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong either. The point is, what made you think this is a dream? As far as you know, people in Sumeru don't dream, right?
Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage? To prevent a calamity, he went on a journey to find the Dendro Archon.
Ooh, sounds familiar. Tanyarzad told us a story like that when we first arrived in Sumeru City. So it was about the first sage, huh?
Yep, but in the part you heard, he hadn't become the first sage yet. There's more to the story. His piety and wisdom were acknowledged by the Dendro Archon, and she finally gave her blessing to him. All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage. as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long, he mastered all the knowledge he could comprehend. Afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon, "I miss my parents, my wife, and my children. I've been away from home for far too long. They must be worried." The Dendro Archon smiled. The next second, the sage found himself lying in his bed, as if he had just woken up from a dream. His wife, lying next to him, said, "You're off to search for the Dendro Archon today, aren't you? Have a safe journey, my love." In the end, the first sage took care of many disasters in Sumeru City, and founded the Academia. What a happy ending.
So, the first sage was dreaming ever since the beginning of the story? He never went on his journey?
Yes, but his faith and determination were conveyed to the Dendro Archon, so she blessed him in the form of a dream.
Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a really interesting connection. But we really gotta wake up soon, like the sage in the story.
This dream should be over soon.
Well, it just so happens that today's Sub-Zero's festival is almost over too.
Are we gonna see the dance?
Since we're in a dream, let's make this final dance of Sub-Zero's as beautiful as we can.
Been waiting a long time to see this. Junior Zod's puppet's here too, right? Whoa.
The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the Dance of Sub-Zero's.
This, I guess, would be the different thing that would wake her up. As you see the dream dissolving, I think.
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilou's dance.
Aww. Oh, look! Look! Who knew that in fantasy India they loved bossa nova? That is very sweet. Goodness gracious, man.
Oh, good morning, traveler. Oh, Paimon feels like she's been asleep for the longest time.
Good morning,
Paimon's
Paimon.
head feels super heavy. Did we oversleep? Do you even remember going to sleep last night? Paimon thinks it was after the Sub-Zero's festival.
Oh,
The Sub-Zero's festival!
it's the day after.
Have we finally escaped from the Sub-Zero Samsara?
Yes!
Take off your Akasha terminal!
Let's go see Junior Zod. Wait, so what's up with Junior Zod? Did she survive or what? That would be a weak move if they made her survive, to be honest. Even though I might want that.
She's not in her room. What happened? Huh? What you...
Let's go to the usual spot. Paimon forgot about the usual spot? I guess it's all very fluid what we remember and not. Junior's on! Oh, shift keys? Are you serious? Junior's on! And Catherine?
Traveler and Paimon. And thank you, Dunyarzad, for organizing the Sub-Zero's festival for me.
I'm sorry, who are...
Dunyarzad! You're okay!
Oh.
Oh, don't scare us like that!
Oh, a Traveler Paimon. I have something amazing to tell you.
What?
I just had a dream. And I saw Nilu performing the dance of Sub-Zeros.
That Catherine is totally not Nahida. Talk to quote-unquote Catherine.
You're actually Nahida, aren't you? Paimon felt like Catherine was acting weird when we met at the Sub-Zero's festival. And Dunyarzad, did you save her? It's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened. Let's chat somewhere else. How about by the Traveler's favorite bench?
My favorite bench. Who doesn't love a favorite bench?
Might be able to see Nilu perform again.
Let's talk about Dunyarzad first. It's such a relief that she's alright. After we parted on the last day of the Sub-Zero's festival, I left the city and saw what the Traveler had described.
Okay, the crazy dream, the
Among the
dreamscape.
countless dreams, I found one that was growing fainter and fainter. This proved my suspicion. Once Dunyarzad could no longer bear the Akasha harvesting her dreams, her consciousness began to dissipate. But this also meant it escaped the Akasha's control. Such a small
Oh.
fragment of consciousness can't last for very long, though. It will return to its original dream, where both will gradually fade until they completely disappear. I used all the power I had to keep her dying dream alive as long as possible. But it still wouldn't have lasted for much longer if it hadn't been for you two breaking the samsara.
Okay, that's how you did it.
So it looks like we did manage to save Dunyarzad in the end. And not a moment too soon.
It's a milagro.
Why are you two smiling so happily? I thought you'd be so moved that you'd start crying. I need to spend more time observing human emotions. Both are fine. Everyone reacts differently. All right.
Paimon
You
has
two
become
have
such a
lot of
great
other questions for
character.
me, right? After all, you saved my faithful believer. As your reward, I will answer any and all questions.
Hit me with
At
him.
the Avidia Forest, there was this incense that made the Traveler fall unconscious and dream of a huge tree and a red sky. You also heard someone's voice, right? It said world and forget me. Yeah, so you do know! We've been wanting to ask you what that was about, and if the red sky was related to Conria.
Ancient Empire.
It seems
Long
like the Traveler
dead.
established a connection to Irminsul.
We know a guy from there.
That was a message left by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul. Perhaps her last memory before she died. As you two probably know, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared after the disaster in Conria. The timings of these events do line up, so your suspicions are reasonable. A message from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? We thought it was from King Deshret. King Deshret? That god who died even longer ago? Some present-day desert dwellers still worship him. You probably just heard some of their conspiracies. Okay, so what does the message mean?
I know.
I still haven't managed to decipher it. Even the Akasha isn't currently capable of doing that. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul seems to be contaminated with something that has a very dangerous aura to it. Many devoted scholars go mad as soon as they connect their consciousness. I've warned the Academia about this many times, but people still keep falling victim to it. But I believe this is the key to saving Irminsul.
It's like the internet.
That's why I've kept trying to decipher it. So the tree in the vision was Irminsul? Oh, Tainari also said that Irminsul is sick! Is it because of the contaminated consciousness? But even if you can't figure out what that vision was all about, it seems like our search for you was all in vain. The Traveler wasn't affected after coming in contact with that consciousness. I've never seen anyone like that. With you here, we may have a chance at deciphering it. No, we must decipher its secrets. I've already eliminated all other factors that might affect Irminsul. This is the only one left.
I'm not going to be able to do Windbloom, am I?
This puzzle has life and death at stake. It could determine Irminsul's fate, as well as Tevat's. To be accurate, I'm using the Akasha as a medium to occupy Catherine's consciousness.
Oh, so she is Catherine. Oh my gosh.
How did you do that? Poor
She's
Catherine.
possessed her.
Does this mean you can also occupy other people's consciousnesses? Theoretically, I can enter anyone's mind as long as they're wearing their Akasha terminal. The Akasha is the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. As Lesser Lord Kusanali and the first Akasha terminal, my consciousness has always been linked to the Akasha.
She's the first Akasha terminal.
I've always respected my people's free will, so I've never actually occupied their consciousness. When necessary, I just borrow this bionic Snezhnayan puppet. Oh, hold on. Did we just learn some deep, dark secret? So Catherine is... No wonder Paimon felt something was off about her.
That is kind of crazy. Snezhnaya is fantasy Russia and is largely antagonistic to the nations we've seen so far.
Don't you live in the sanctuary of Surasthana? That story begins a long time ago. After Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared, the sages found my newly born self and took me back to Sumeru. At that time, I was young and weak. The sages kept me in the sanctuary of Surasthana, ostensibly for the sake of protecting me. But I've hardly heard from them since. However, I do understand that they had hoped to find Greater Lord Rukkhadevata instead of me, a symbol of her passing. So, the sages basically put their new Archon under house arrest? How dare they! Why don't you teach them a lesson, Nahida? In some ways, they aren't wrong. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was omniscient and omnipotent. Even after her death, the Akasha is still empowering this nation. And I'm still really far away from being able to call myself the God of Wisdom. Moreover, the Academia is also more proficient at governing this country. My existence has little meaning.
That's such a conundrum. This is such an emotionally charged, quest.
Yeah, you got a lot of believers. Just look at the Sub-Zero's festival. Everyone who showed up truly loves you. Thank you for the kind words. But I honestly don't need physical freedom as long as I can connect my consciousness to the Akasha. Trying to find a way to save Irminsul is my life's mission and top priority. I will work on that, and try to live up to being a deity in the meantime. Every once in a while, I will also take up the duties of the God of Wisdom and enlighten a lost soul here and there. Doing all that should be enough. There's never been any big problems with the Academia's governance of Sumeru. This is the first time I've seen them step out of line. I wonder what caused them to go down this path, and what they hope to achieve. Even though the city's residents haven't noticed anything strange, if the Traveler hadn't broken the Sub-Zero Samsara, the situation could have become dire. I tried to do some investigating in the Akasha, but I couldn't find anything suspicious. And all the people of interest seem to purposely avoid wearing their Akasha terminals. I think they're deliberately trying to hide something. Oh, that reminds Paimon. In Gandharvaville, there was a sage who had invited Tainari to join some kind of project. Could it be related? Regardless, I need to first investigate the sage's motives, make things right, and punish them if needed. But I'll have to be discreet, or they'll see me coming.
Alright.
You mean how the Akasha stops you from having dreams? Yeah, it's been such a long time. No one's noticed something's up? It's not that no one noticed. It's more like no one cared. Ultimately, it's all rooted in the sage's misdirection. Misdirection? The sage has convinced everyone to believe that being unable to dream is a sign of rationality and wisdom. Not dreaming is a badge of honor in Sumeru. Even if the truth is that their dreams are being reaped by the Akasha. With their propaganda in place, the sages can maximize their use of the Akasha to facilitate their research. Besides, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata must have created the Akasha in the hopes that it could be used to its full potential. That's why I've never come out strongly against this. Anyway, the perspective advocated by the sages drowned out any voices of doubt. By now, even those who never use Akasha terminals find it too shameful and embarrassing to talk about their dreams. Got it.
All right.
I hope my answers were satisfactory, seekers of knowledge. To be
Coolio.
honest, maintaining Dunyarzad's fading dream took a lot of mental energy. I think I may need to rest for a while.
Okay.
Oh, and you don't need to worry too much about the sage's activities for now. The Akasha won't be able to conduct another project on the scale of the Sub-Zero Samsara in the immediate future. Go and get some sleep. Leave everything to us. What a relief. This is truly the most exhausting birthday I've ever had.
Traveler? Paimon? Why am I here? Do either of you know?
Oh, poor Catherine.
Maybe you were sleepwalking. You know you can't wake up a sleepwalker. We happened to walk by, so we thought we'd wait for you to wake up.
I see. Huh. I should visit my maintenance personnel sometime. Oh, I'm fine.
Her thing
I
is
better
she's
go.
a robot,
Thank you.
right?
We spent quite some time in Sumeru City, but ever since we last said goodbye to Lesser Lord Kusanali, we haven't heard anything from her. Oh, we can't just keep waiting around like this. Let's go find Catherine and pick up some work so we can at least keep ourselves busy.
Ad Astra Abyssosque. We meet again, you two.
I guess you've rested up.
Catherine, do you have any commissions for us today?
Commissions, huh? Let me think.
It's the next day.
Oh, how about this? Please attend the Academia's Academic Symposium this afternoon and recite a love poem on stage.
Excuse me?
Wait, say what now?
And if possible, please also use your camera to capture the reaction of the audience upon finishing the poem.
Who commissioned that?
What kind of commission is that?
I see.
You should definitely have a
It
reaction.
appears that you're not interested in this commission.
I kind of am. I don't know.
In that case, please go to Port Ormos and convince the Eremites there to spend some time volunteering at the local orphanage.
Hey, that's not any better.
Okay, it's asking for a beating.
I'm sure the mercenaries will have some interesting reactions as well.
Paimon's gotta ask. Just who exactly?
Oh,
No, sorry.
the commissioner? Well, actually, I just wanted to see the two of you in action.
Yeah, Nahida.
Was it so obvious? I was hoping you would actually take one of those commissions. That kind of chance to observe humans
she
doesn't
is.
come by often. Ah, so it's Nahida. I just knew Catherine wouldn't crack those kinds of jokes. When did you get into her head? From when she said, Ad Astra Abyssosque. So it's been you this whole time? Are you done resting up, Nahida? Yes. I've been sleeping ever since we parted ways.
Like 30 seconds
I
ago.
even had a really, really long dream.
So the Akasha can't
It
take away
was
the dreams of
another dream
gods.
about the Sub-Zero's festival, except it was a happy one. In my dream, I was sitting in the middle of a flower terrace, and everyone in Sumeru City was holding hands as they danced in circles around me. They danced round and round, and everyone looked really happy. I also got to sit on a gigantic flower carriage. Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, raised me really, really high above the ground, and I was throwing an endless amount of Yalda candies at the children. You know, Nahida, maybe your dream is how the Sub-Zero's festival really should be. It's meant to be a joyous time where everyone gets together to celebrate your birthday. Huh? Wasn't I describing a really happy dream? Why are you both looking at me like that? Wait, could this be an example of the emotion known as pity? No, we aren't pitying you. That would only make everything worse. We just don't want you to feel too sad. By the way, have you had a chance to visit Dunyarzad? How's she doing? The Homiyanis haven't allowed any visitors after the festival, so we haven't been able to check on her. Yes, I paid her a visit right after I woke up. She was resting at the time. Her condition is stabilized. However, since Elazar is a manifestation of the withering on the human body, we can only cure it by finding a way to take care of Irminsul's own withering. But for the moment, our top focus should still be figuring out what the sages are up to and what they're planning. Right. Who knows what'll happen if they manage to pull off another scheme like the Samsara of the Sub-Zero's festival? So our first priority should be investigating and putting a stop to the sages' activities. As for how we should pull that off, let's discuss it somewhere else. There are too many adventurers around here. Oh, good point. Sorry, adventurers. We're gonna be borrowing Catherine for a little while.
Yeah, which one is that? See, I thought I've done some of these. I want to do the Windbloom joint. Chapter 3, Act 5. What am I on? What am I on? 3 Act 3. Dang. Well, since no one's watching, is anyone watching? I think I have to get off and start working on my video. I'm doing a video on that joint, the Cyberpunk Genshin Impact joint. Oh, some of these I can do. Tainari, Nilu. I've barely done any hangouts. Did a couple of these. These were cute because it was like teaching Noelle about sex or whatever. That was like kind of funny. Yeah, I remember that one was nice. They're cool. I just... Oh. That's cool. Alright. Cookie Shinobi? Like, that would be cool. I don't know. There's just so much to do in this game. There's really not a lot. Why are you so loud? But yeah, I gotta call it and work on this here video. So I'll catch you on the flip, and I will bid you adieu. Stretch it out, stretch it out. I can get more callets. I already got one, what you call it, one, constellation of her. But it's good, it's fine. Oh. Wow. Wow, I got a lot. Wow. So many primos. I don't even think I could do 10. Oh, I could. Not gonna though. Can I do anything in here? Don't believe so. Oh, I can get an acquaint. Or sorry, intertwined. Anyway, point is, it's time to skedaddle. Good night.